up, everybody?
What's happening, family?
And welcome back to another episode of Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? My name is Angel Tanksley, also known as Angel Akita Moore, also known as That Chick Angel. That Chick Angel. That Chick Angel. And I am joined by my beautiful, handsome co-host in his nice, I like this shirt. Tell them who you are, baby.
I am Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank, the other host of This Is Gonna Cause an Argument. Hey, if it's your first time tuning in, we greatly appreciate it. We do a podcast every week, and we talk about relationships and giving advice, taking advice, and all the jazz, family, pretty much anything we want to talk about. And we also film this with our immediate family. It's the people that's watching this live. They commenting, they talking to us, we talking to them, and you can be a part of their immediate family on Patreon. All you got to do is go to patreon.com/thatchickangel.
We also have some amazing sponsors this episode. We have our favorite
plates.
Yeah.
We also have Helix.
And then last but not least, we also have another one of our favorites, and they are Ritual. Yeah.
Ritual.
The Patreon wants to know what's wrong, Marcus.
I'm good.
They can feel your energy through the camera.
I had to listen to 30 minutes of my horrible voice and got to hear that bullshit again during the podcast. I'm good. I ain't had energy all morning, to be honest with you.
Anyways, we'll tell you more about our sponsors later on in the podcast. But we're going to jump into it. Well, first of all, we need to apologize. I don't want to make it a public apology to our Patreon. We didn't get to do our bonus episode this Friday because of wedding stuff. Our dear friend and little sister, Brescia Webb, got married this Saturday. Woohoo! Pap, pap, pap.
This past Saturday.
And being in the wedding party, and more specifically her matron of honor, required a lot of my time and ate up a lot of my schedule. Also, I had gotten news, can't tell you what it is yet. You all will find out by the next episode that I'm going to be attending tonight a red carpet event. So the only time I was going to be able to shop to make sure I had a look together was on Friday. So we literally ran out of time, but we got y'all this Friday, and we're going to do a longer bonus for the people. You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to be. You just told them.
No, you could say no. Let's just
it's like we're doing a longer bonus. Is that okay with you?
You could have said no. Anyways, we're going to jump into our first segment. We're going to take it back in the day.
Let's go back.
Way back.
Back in time.
This is, I can't believe it, our first episode we uploaded on January 21st of 2016. And our first episode was we were giving advice for Valentine's Day gifts for their loved ones. So we're not going to have you listen to the whole clip. We're just going to have you listen to a small portion of it. On some of the advice that we gave, and see if this advice actually still holds up. Let me get it right in the perfect spot. For the female listeners, give them some really good gift ideas for their guy.
Yeah, men like things that are practical. So something that will make what he does or his life or something involved in his life easier to do. Whether it's just in general life, he's an attorney or a lawyer, get him an organized briefcase, something to make his life easier. But if it's not that complex, men like toys.
I was about to say.
Anything that they're into, on the side. Some men just like to tinker. I know one guy, his wife just got him a drone, a flying drone or whatever, and he loves it.
I got you one.
You did not me. This is like last year sometime.
Okay, but I'm saying
No, you did give me a drone.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and I like it.
Okay, I was like, you said one guy.
Me, I like to I like using my hands. So on the side, if I'm not, just doing something at the house, I like to. I got Marcus. He's into the RC thing, so got him remote control cars, and I'm not gonna front. I got me remote control cars, so I can play with him. granted, mine are on a whole different level, but you know. So yeah, just get me either like practicality or toys, whatever that may be. When I say toys, I don't mean just something they could play with, but like, you know, it's always cliche. You know, you can always get him tools. You know, if he works with his hands. If he doesn't work with his hands, whatever he may be into, men just like things to do. Men like things to do when they're not doing anything, when they don't have to think. They don't want to think about doing something. They just want to relax. Get them something that they would enjoy doing then.
Y'all know I can't stand my voice, and that's back when Angel still had her podcast voice. But mine.
You can dislike yours all you want.
Yeah, you just getting, something to play with. You like this. It's disgusting.
Has your
my views
changed?
has not changed at all. 16 going on almost 16 years in, 18 years together. Still look at, Valentine's Day as some bullshit. Like a lot of men out there do. I said, even then, I think I said it on that episode, best thing you can do for your man on Valentine's Day is tell him you're not celebrating it.
Yeah, I think you did say that.
That's the best gift you can give him. You'd be like, oh yeah, I didn't even, until we started talking about this. I was like, is that this month? When is it? What's
The
today's
14th.
date? I know that. I'm saying in relation
It's like
to
a
the
Tuesday.
day. Yeah, ain't nobody on that. Like, god dang, I understand it's fun when you first start dating or even when you first get married. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. But it's like, come on, it's just another day. You get a random ass bouquet of flowers and random ass card. Yeah, it may sound a little negative, but that's truly how I be viewing Valentine's Day.
Well, some people do like,
No,
some men like romance.
Some men do. I ain't saying all men. But y'all ask my advice on what a man. This is my advice on how I feel and what I would tell you to do for your man. It might be wrong. Some men like romance, some women don't.
Is there a such thing as a romantic gift for a man?
Romantic gift for a man is lingerie for you.
Really?
Victory shaking her head. No, I'm like, you're asking me.
I know.
I'm just saying like
really.
there people would disagree with me, but I'm saying
Is that the only romantic thing?
The romantic thing for women is what? Flowers, champagne, like typical, or a poem or something. Something thoughtful.
A romantic trip.
Trip. But that's definitely like romance can come in any trip. To take a trip specifically for romance, of course anybody would be into that, I would think, unless you just don't like going
I'm saying,
nowhere.
is that something that a man would also? Okay,
absolutely.
that's what I'm asking.
If you wear the lingerie. Now, even dinner, like just randomly taking your man out to eat and, y'all googly eyeing at each other and everything. But like, I'm talking about like the traditional, like when you said a romantic gift.
Okay, maybe it'll be easier also to ask you it in this way. What type of romantic gifts don't you like? For you.
A romantic gift don't I like?
Yeah, the things that are considered romantic, the Valentine's Day gifts, or even just anniversary things. Do you consider like, don't waste
Valentine's
your money?
Day cards, get them out of here. That's bull. A card for, anniversary or something like that, though, that stuff touches me.
Okay.
That's like, Father's Day or whatever. But Valentine's, it's like they all say the same shit.
Okay, so no
like
cards.
it's just like because it's not a personalized thing. It's just like commercialized, and like it's like a commercialized romance. That's just how it's exactly what it is.
Uh-huh.
So to look at it on that level, something that I wouldn't like, like a card I really don't care about, not for Valentine's Day. I don't know. Don't try to hand me no flowers. Anything coming from the heart, I guess I would appreciate.
What about like jewelry?
Jewelry gonna be jewelry, all right. You can give it to me for a romantic purpose, but as long as it ain't romantic theme, like, hey, babe, got you this new watch, run it. This for Valentine's Day, thank you, run it. As long as it ain't got hearts on it, I'm Gucci.
You don't want no jewelry with no hearts?
No. Have you ever seen me wear something with hearts on it, jewelry?
No, that you haven't bought yourself something like that. But
you
if
ain't
it
gonna
was
see
something,
me, chain, bracelet, nothing with hearts on it.
if Kai get it for you, you better wear it.
I will wear it in the house for him.
Cause Kai gonna get you some pretty stuff.
Kai got me made.
He bought it.
He bought me some jewelry that my mama would wear. to church.
It's definitely a woman's set. And you need to wear it one good time before you give it to your mama. I say,
call it toxic, call it what you want. That's just me. That's a lot of men I know. I ain't gonna say it's all of them, but you this far in.
Something self-care like for a man is what I would say now more than anything.
Yeah.
Is giving something that feels not just like, okay, you know, some dudes love football or basketball. I'm not talking about, oh, get him tickets to a basketball game, even though a dude might love that. Mm-hmm. When I think of Valentine's Day, which is supposed to be in the commercialized sense, a celebration of your love, romantic love for whoever you're with. And obviously there's Galentine's Day too, but specifically
there's
speaking
what?
of Galentine, that's when like a lot of times single women, they celebrate with each other. Shit. I can't believe you haven't heard of this.
I ain't heard that shit. Why would why don't they just celebrate on Valentine's Day? If they single, they ain't with nobody regardless.
But they call it so that people aren't, usually when somebody's saying, I'm going out for Valentine's Day, they think that you're referring to someone that you plan on being romantically involved with. Right. Say Galentine's Day just so you know, oh, it's you and your homegirl celebrating.
Take him get his raggedy ass feet done. He would appreciate that.
Okay, so that's what I was getting to. Some men don't want their feet touched.
They don't. My daddy was one of them. It wasn't even no, I'm too manly. Daddy had surgery. And, you know, after the surgery, he had a bypass surgery. So after the surgery, you know, they got to bathe you for a couple days because you can't move. So they put the yellow dye on you, whatever. So literally this man's entire body was spotless clean because they cleaned it except for his feet. Even in damn near a vegetative state where he just had surgery, couldn't move, he did not let them people touch his feet. He walking there, his yellow dye all over his feet.
He's like, get off of him. But some sort of self-care thing that he would potentially enjoy, whether it be a massage, a pedicure, a facial, just something pampering like, I feel like is a good way to go. So it doesn't feel like just a birthday gift. A lot of times a gift that doesn't have the like romantic like portion to it just feels like something you could have got him for Christmas or could have got him for his birthday. But I think if you focus like on self-love or what will make him feel pampered, having a chef come cook, even if he's not the person that does the cooking in the house, still saying, I want someone who's an expert to cook you a meal to feed you, I think has
so you was better at answering than me.
Romantic, it's his from the male perspective of gifts, so I wanted to hear what you would want.
Yeah, it's much easier for a man to shop for or do something for a woman for Valentine's Day because y'all spew that all year. Like y'all love to take that in. Man, we don't get that a lot. So to ask, what should you do for a man? It's like, tell him you ain't got to do nothing. That's a gift in itself to not have to think about what to do.
I don't know.
But some men are different.
So that's what I don't think I said on our first podcast, but that is what I would say now, being so many years in, is like, no, what is something that is like pampering that your husband probably never treats himself to ever. I feel like can have that type of, you know, romantic little zhuzh to it.
That's Angel's word. That's Angel. Zhuzh is Angel's zhuzh.
Yeah.
I never heard anybody else say that. Is that an actual word?
Zhuzh? Yeah.
I've never heard my 41 years of living nobody say that but Angel.
Zhuzh is Marcus's immaculate.
But I rarely say immaculate. I said it this past weekend, I think, about a watch.
You say it more often than what you think.
Zhuzh.
You say
immaculate. No, girlie, you know, that's your zhuzh. That's his zhuzh.
Yeah.
It sounds like a word you just saying because you can't think of what word, a noise you just making.
It's a
word. Have y'all heard, you don't use that, Shantae. You probably started using once you heard Angel say it.
No, it's a common word. It was so funny. I had said it to this Tia Mowry. I was saying it to her. This is when I was on this show called Mom's Night. It wasn't Mom's Night Out. Anyways, it was on Nick's Mom's Night Out when they had that channel. And I got to see Tia Mowry. And I was like, I just wanted to meet you. You look so fabulous. Yada, yada, yada. I was like, I'm not going to keep you because I know you got to get judged. Her makeup person, hair guy, turns around and looks at me and was like, you know, that's my name, right? And I was like, what? He was like, Zhush. He was like, I'm Mr. Zhush. I said, oh, well, then go ahead and Zhush. He is now a woman, but he goes by Madam Zhush now. Changing people's lives. Okay, so we have.
Oh, you did that?
No, I definitely didn't.
They didn't see who he actually was.
Okay, so I'm really excited to actually do this one. This is our TikTok o'clock segment.
Angel, girl, what time is it?
TikTok o'clock. Even though we talked about the topic of close friends that are the opposite sex, I feel like this is going to give us a different perspective. A different way to look at it, not the same way that we usually always talk about with our do we or do we not. But before I play that TikTok o'clock, I want to tell you about our first sponsor, Every Plate, also lovingly known on this podcast as
Plates.
Every Plate is America's best value kit in the ultimate hack to do just that. Having meals that are 25% cheaper than grocery shopping. So you can count on a great value week after week. Plus, only pay for what you need with pre-portioned ingredients. Put the money you save on groceries towards achieving and maintaining new and fun resolutions. Choose Every Plate over takeout to save money while enjoying quick, satisfying meals. Our meals are 58% cheaper than your average fast casual meal, and you get more bang for your bite with Every Plate's best value meal kit. You can also customize Every Plate meals to your liking with options to swapping protein sides. Add a protein to veggie dishes each week. You do you. We have used Every Plate multiple times, and I will tell you, being a family of 6, if we were to even compare the amount we spend on takeout when I am being like, or if I'm like not at home and don't have the opportunity to cook, to what we spend on Every Plate, the fraction that we are spending, because all these other things, they're charging you fees for delivery, they're charging you a service fee, then you have to tip. With Every Plate, you are getting meals sometimes as low as $1.49 per meal. Ain't no place you gonna get some quality food for $1.49 per meal that you can order out to. And then grocery shopping, I don't have time for that. I don't. Even if I wanted to, I don't have time for it. Every Plate makes it so that I have every single ingredient that I need, besides maybe oil and salt and pepper, to be able to put a meal together, a healthy meal together for my kids. And that's why the Tanksley household loves it. Okay? Get $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com/podcast and entering code ARGUE149.
ARGUE149.
Get started with Every Plate for just $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com/podcast and entering code ARGUE149. I'm going to tell you that one more time. Get started with Every Plate for just $1.49 per meal and going to everyplate.com/podcast and entering code ARGUE149.
ARGUE149.
That's up to $110 value. That's Every Plate, America's best value meal kit. All right, let's get to this tick in a talk. I'm so excited for you all to hear this. Here we go.
How you feel about friends of the opposite sex while you're in a relationship?
I say it's a no-go, it's gray. You say it's a no-go, it's black and white. What do you say?
I say one band, one sound.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Fellas, one band, one sound. Let's talk about boundaries then. What are some of your boundaries when it comes to the opposite sex with your partner? I'll just kick it off. One-on-one hangouts,
It's dead.
it's out. Don't over compliment my girl either, because you got a real good one here.
Right. There's definitely business hours. right? You can't be calling, you can't be texting and FaceTiming at certain hours of the night or early in the morning.
Why do you lose these privileges? Why does this happen?
Yeah.
Honestly, love can't exist without respect, and respect can't exist without love.
All right. So I thought we would focus on more so. Marcus and I both have friends that are of the opposite gender. Most of them came into we came into friendship with them prior to our marriage. So in us having friends of the opposite gender, I feel like we have unspoken rules that somehow we both followed pretty strongly without even talking about them. But let's discuss them with the audience. Let's start with the one that I think is the easiest one to follow, which is you ain't calling after a certain amount of time. You ain't texted after a certain amount of time.
Yeah, that, to me, it's something that doesn't even need to be, like a conversation that don't need to be had, something that don't even need to be said. Like, depending on, for me, after 9 o'clock, unless it's maybe on the weekend or something, and I know, people are up and about, after 9 o'clock, yeah, I'm not texting nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is different because people, I think there was something, Melissa responded to you at like 2 a.m. one morning on social media, and that's just like, social media is different. That ain't like a personal reaching out, straight to the phone. But as far as like calling or texting, that just goes without saying. This is like, if you wouldn't want somebody calling your man or woman or texting, depending on who you are, after a certain time. Me, that's just something I don't do after. That's just me. It's nothing Angel Levin to say, well, make sure you don't call no girls after 9. That's just something we don't do. If she has gotten calls and texts. It's not that I'm even checking for anything like that, but it ain't frequent. It ain't, every night or even every week. That's just a boundary that everybody ain't the same. People grew up different ways. They enter relationships in different ways. They have different types of relationships with different type of people. But to me, that's just a thing. So things like that, those type of boundaries is just like, you learn. It's almost like, I almost said, it's almost like touching fire. It's going to get hot, so don't touch it. Mm-hmm. But that's something you might have to learn as a young child. You should just know that through maturity and wisdom.
For me, the phone calls is probably the thing that I'm more like stricter on. Text messages, I'm not as strict on, and this is pretty much the only reason why. One, we're in a different time zone than most of our friends of the opposite sex.
Yeah, that's true.
I there's a legitimate reason for sometimes why either their text will come in way too early to me, or my text might go out way too late for them. I also don't feel a certain type of way about text messaging, because a lot of times the way I view text messages is not something that needs to be immediately responded to. Mm. It's usually, for me, I'm thinking about this in this moment and I will forget. Like, if I let the moment go by, I'm not going to ever send it. That moment is gone, whatever I thought I was going to say. So I might throw something in a text message with the thought of, this person will see this tomorrow. Yeah. This is not meant for them to see and respond to today. For the longest time, I had my phone on D&D after 9:30 or 10. Somehow that setting got turned off. I'm probably about to turn it back on. But I think to try to start a full conversation after a certain time is just like, what's like that. Might be like, okay, so why is this conversation happening now? Like, is there an emergency happening? What is really going on? I do know a lot of people. I've
gotten texts from friends at 5 a.m, but they on East Coast time, so it's just like, it's 8 o'clock. You getting coffee? Exactly.
I do know that a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but people will sometimes use us when they have insomnia, because we are 3 hours behind them. So it might be midnight where they are, but they are still up watching some Netflix movie, and they're like, yo, have you seen such and such? And I'm not talking about opposite gender. I'm just saying friends in general sometimes use us as that. So, but But for phone calls, however, after a certain time, if it ain't Victory calling me or one of my friends out here like Brisha or Denora, my phone or my mother, and even that is odd because she goes to sleep really, really early. My phone shouldn't be ringing. Yeah. The only time Marcus's phone rings late is if there is an emergency. That's the only time I can think of his phone ringing late. Yeah,
especially the 859 one, the Kentucky number. I'm like, if it ring, I'm like, who the hell done messed up and died this time?
Right.
But what's crazy is when you said that, I completely removed the opposite sex from my whole statement. Yeah. I'm saying for anybody. Yeah. I ain't even thinking about male, female. It's just like it goes across the board. Just to respect the relationship and the household. Like, people got to get up and go work. You know, I came from a long history of working a 9 to 5. So them late night phone calls is like people got to get in bed. That had nothing to do with, you know, what the sex of the other person is.
Yeah. There's only one person I probably rudely call at times that I shouldn't call. Well, there's two, Nina and Erica. Nina, because she deserved
never
it.
cared, yeah.
Because Nina would call me at all ungrateful hours. It early in the morning at 4 o'clock, late at night at 11 p.m. because of something happened. She going to call me. So now I don't even care. She be having to get up early to go to school. Wake your ass up at 10 p.m. at night. I know you've been in the bed.
She called every morning at like 5 a.m. And I remember one night it got real late. And I think, I don't know if we were on the phone. I think you was on the phone with her husband at the time. And I know it was late there, and I was like, I'm about to start calling in. They was like, no, don't call her. She gonna get mad. She got to get up. Man, the hell with her and her punk ass sleep. And y'all too, also, she been waking me up every morning. I'm about to call her and piss her off.
She used to call all the time. She doesn't even anymore. She definitely respects a certain period of time to call. But when we were, but especially because she had been married and in a relationship long before me and Marcus had started dating. So she hadn't put the parameters on, hey, girl, you can't do that no more. So now I do it to her still. She'll be in the bed, sleep, 10 o'clock. I'll call her 3 times to get my phone call to come through. And she'll be like, hello. I'm like, girl, what you doing? Let me tell you about this meme I just saw. I'll do that to her, and then I'll also do it to my best friend Erica, because half the time it'd be so hard to get a hold of her. And I'm like, I know where she at right now, in that goddamn bed, and she about to pick up this call so I can tell her this stupid thing that I ain't got no business even caring about. But outside of those two people, and I save it for special occasions. Outside of those two people, I'd really do try to respect that people have a life that they don't want interrupted at all different times, especially my friends that have traditional jobs. I do have a lot of friends that don't have traditional jobs that literally don't wake up until 11 a.m. So an 11 p.m. call. What'd you learn?
You waking up at 11 a.m. It's just like
Tony the baker.
Know. Yeah, Tony.
He is not. I mean, I don't ever call Tony. Tony actually.
Yeah, I'll take it back. Me and Tony will text because we be looking at the moon and the constellations and stuff.
Tony will go to sleep until 2 a.m. These are my friends with non-traditional jobs where their whole set of hours is different. So
I'll be like, why are you responding?
Brisha, she usually gets up late, so she stays up late. So our conversations usually happen later than what I would allow anybody else. Brisha's mama stays up late. So I don't care if she texts me at 12 midnight my time. I know she up at 3 a.m. in Baltimore. And I'll be like, yes, ma'am. Okay, so moving to something else they said. One-on-one outings.
One-on-one outings, meaning you and the opposite sex friend?
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. Because especially if like you can't be there, if it's just like a quick meetup. Now, frequently evening outings, or if it's that frequent, that's something's a little wrong with that. Unless, I don't know, if y'all were always into sports and the other person ain't, or y'all always like to go get your feet done, the other person don't. But I can't see that being like multiple every week type thing. That's a little weird.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, I know you can't say you have problems with it. Marcus will have, so some of his friends might fly into town for work, and he'll be like, I have this chunk of time in the middle of the day. I'm going to run downtown to see such and such. They're here on a business trip. I'm going to tell you who's not going. Me. I ain't going downtown. I ain't going because they're never traveling into the valley. These people are always traveling down into LA.
I done switched it up to a midpoint. Midpoint.
I don't even want the midpoint. I don't want Century City. I don't want Marina Del Rey.
No, my
I don't
midpoint
want
is Sherman Oaks.
I don't want it. So I'll be like, tell him I said hi. Yes, amen. I have never had a guy friend come out to visit me. I have like guy friends here, like Wendell, before he passed, me and Wendell got our toes done every other Friday. That was our activity. Me and Wendell also are theater kids. So me and Wendell will go to see musicals together. That's something that Marcus has done with me a couple of times, but me and Wendell could go see musicals
Wendell,
all the time.
Better go to that damn musical with us coming up on Thursday. Oh, well, you didn't have. You have this to do now.
Yeah. But if I go home to Kentucky, I have two really close guy friends out there, Mario and Damien, he's in the chat. If me and Mario want to go to lunch, as long as it's cool with his wife, me and Mario gonna go to lunch. Damien, me and his wife are also very, very cool, me and Jamie. So if me and Damien were like, yo, let's meet up in Shelbyville, let's go kick it. These are people I don't get to see that often. It's not like, it's not some romantic situation that I've never done with my husband. So I do believe, shut up, Damien. He said, N-word, I don't know you like that. I'm going to kick you in all your children in their face. So these are things that I feel like we have unspokenly felt comfortable with. Like, there's never been a time where he has met up with one of his homegirls, all of which I do believe I have met or either been heard of for so long. It's fine that I have questioned what they were
and
doing.
again, I don't have any homegirls that I met since me and you have been. If it was somebody new, me and Rebecca about to go grab something to eat, who? Like, same with her. She did Tom roll up through. She talking about they going to, y'all ain't going to do what now? Tom what? Who?
Not one on one. Marcus, while I was on tour, as you all know, went out with a plethora, a bevy of women, a gaggle of women, slew of them. But because it wasn't one on one, I was
coming home to my kids every night to where Angel was just off in hotels with dudes.
He was coming home late because I was paying the babysitters. I was paying the nanny, so I know how many hours he was gone.
But I was coming home
drunk.
And Angel was going out with these dudes
in a hotel room by myself.
Staying in hotels with these dudes.
I would FaceTime and show the whole room. He never FaceTime me.
FaceTime, all right, I got to go and hurry up and get off.
Nah, I would actually
she would only FaceTime
at
late night. She would only wait until late night, but all day, we was running around doing this. Well, we're getting up and going to brunch, and then we're going to go to the stadium.
Right? You would still be in the bed.
Y'all seen the stories?
I was out with
y'all seen the stories in the post?
Let me tell you, it's so crazy. So we have
That's
this
what I told
waitress.
told my son. Your mama's going to stay in a hotel with a bunch of dudes again this week.
And he's like, well,
Gone.
we know the women are
Look,
coming
she dressed
to
up
get you.
all cute, leaving out.
I know you ain't
with her
talking
bags
about
and
dress
stuff.
cute.
You damn right. I did it to be petty.
You were dressed.
I was fly as hell.
I had on a Wings shirt and jeans.
Lies. Let's go back and watch the post from the episodes and all the times that she flew out wearing little dresses. I said, Angel, you don't think it's a little short? No, it's fine.
You talking about when
these are my brothers. Bullshit.
He didn't call the women that. He was just, I'm out with the girls.
The girls, that's what they are. They ain't
I'm out with the girls, getting drunk. I was working, putting food on the table.
Y'all seen the stories. Oh, the stories in Angel, all of them feed. It was so entertaining.
Everybody you were with was in shape. You saw the niggas I was on tour with.
Birds of a feather. Everybody, look at you. I see you feel comfortable. That's why you feel comfortable wearing that short stuff out the house. Go on somewhere.
Birds of a feather. What you talking about?
All y'all thick.
Yeah, none of us
and
are
loving
in shape. Everybody, you would have had abs.
Touching each other's
rock
hips.
hard abs.
One of us.
Everybody.
Just the one.
Rock hard.
You talking about one.
Everybody was in shape. Everybody makeup
Like
beat.
I said,
But we're not even. I'm glad somebody brought it up, Michelle. We already know the Bake Off. Yeah. And home.
All y'all saw it. Y'all couldn't see nothing that they was doing.
Yes, they could.
Phone silence.
Yes, they could. They
Huh?
were
Phone
with us
silence.
live. They was with us live.
No, they wasn't because they was with us because y'all's event was trash. Having a good time.
But that only happened, Marcus being with a gaggle of girls.
Because Angel was gone with a bunch of men.
That's not what I was saying. Yeah, shut up.
That's the only reason, though.
But I was like, yo, if I'm going to be on tour and y'all going to be getting together because y'all's husbands are on tour, having a good time so y'all are not bored, do not leave my husband out.
Yeah.
I was very clear about that.
I straight up intruded. I just injected myself into their situation.
Yeah. I was like, yo, for real though, don't leave him out. Like, I am gone as much as y'all's husbands are. I said, because if y'all leave my husband out, I'm going to start punching y'all's husbands while we on tour. I'm going to punch them right in their throat.
Yeah, I was like, look, I know y'all over here having slumber parties and shit. I ain't trying to be a part of that. But when y'all go out to eat, let me know so I can be there because I'm in elementary school with these kids.
Yeah, he was. He was in elementary school, and they were all hating it. Why don't you tell them about our next sponsor, babe?
These people are giving me the best sleep of my life, okay? And I'm talking about Helix. We now have a Helix mattress, okay? I'm getting the absolute best sleep of my life. All we had to do, we didn't go in the store and lay on a mattress that 10,000 other people have laid on and decided not to get. No, we went to Helix and we took a 2-minute quiz. I'm more of a side sleeper. Angels likes to sleep on her back. So they then recommended this mattress that we should get. We ended up getting the Midnight Luxe, okay? And when I tell you this is the absolute best mattress I've ever slept on, it's not a box spring and it's not a memory foam where you feel like you're sleeping on quicksand. No, this is a hybrid where you have the springs in the middle and then it's surrounded by foam, so you get the best of both worlds, okay? And if we just so happen not to like this mattress, they let us do a 100-night risk-free trial with this mattress, but we ended up keeping it. And I'm telling you, the mattress holds up. It's great. You get a 10 to 15-year warranty with this mattress, and it does absolutely great. This is definitely recommended by sleep doctors. Helix also, they support military, first responders, teachers, students. They all get special discounts on any sale that they have. Now, all you have to do, Helix is offering a 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows to our listeners. Just go to helixsleep.com/argue. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
So the question was, the friends, Marcus's female friends, some of them are married and some of them are single.
Mm-hmm.
All of my male friends are married. I don't have any single. Now, let me actually rephrase that. I do have some strong male acquaintances that are single, like David S., the one who plays the piano, that does the NAACP stuff. He's single. There are guys that if we were in public and I ran into them and say I was with like another friend, if I was with someone they didn't know, I would say, oh, this is my friend David, yada, 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 in that sense. Have me and David ever hung out? No. But are we the type to invite each other's birthday party? Yes. But my friends that I actually have phone conversations with that like will text me on just a casual topic of like, have you heard this song? Are you going to the Beyonce concert? All of those guys are married.
Mm-hmm.
And for you, what's your ratio?
My ratio, I got just the one friends of mine that I had prior to me and you. I think I only got one friend that ain't married yet. That's probably gonna happen this year.
No, you got more than that.
Ooh.
Is the one that like works for, I don't know if it's for basketball. She's got
Man,
like
I ain't talked to that girl in years.
The one that
She's married.
Okay, don't cut me off.
No, I'm not. I'm saying she's married.
I'm making sure we're talking about the same person.
There's only one.
I might be wrong about her job.
Oh,
Let's just hush for a second. When we had the twins and she came in town and you were like, I'm going to go down to go visit her. Okay, I was like, let me get it out so I can.
Yeah, no, when you said basketball, I only knew
I could have been wrong. I just remember the time. So, me, I'll switch up a person's job and name all at the same time. It's only one?
Yeah, just the one. And she's in a long...
Yeah, been in that relationship for a very, very long time.
But even if not, it would still be the same. It'd still be the same. I would, because if the person was single, regardless of if they're single or not, I'm going to set the same boundaries because I'm not single. I'm not going to change the boundaries up just because they don't have somebody. Mm-hmm. I have the boundaries for myself. And those boundaries I also set, I set those boundaries for myself.
Yeah. No, all of my friends are either... Tony Baker is the only one that I can think of that isn't married. That's a friend. But anytime I do something with Tony outside of work, it's with Tony and Sabrina. Like, if I invite Tony to something that is on You Are My Friend, that means also I have invited Sabrina. You can see anytime we invite them over for a party or a birthday party, it is a joint text between.
It's always a joint text. Whether
Tony and
who
Sabrina.
shows up with anybody, who shows up is up to them. It's never like things are different because somebody didn't show up. Because all the times you invite a couple, both people don't show up.
Yeah.
But also with that, it's me and Angel know a lot of people. A lot of people like to categorize us as like y'all's friends
Jessica,
group.
that's too. Jessica, Josh is also.
Yeah, I was going to say Josh. Like people will say like, oh, y'all's friends group. It's just like the friends group that y'all know of. That's our friends group.
These are new friends.
These are new friends. We've known them for less than 5 years.
Yeah, these are not.
At least been friends for less than 5. It ain't even been 4 years for some of them.
Yeah.
So we have the group, the social media group that you all know of, and then the ones that are like family also that we've known for
before y'all knew who we were.
30-some years, 30, 35 years.
Yeah. So of the friends that you all see in our like little Marvel universe, yeah, Tony and Josh are my only like single guy friends, but they're both in a committed relationship. But even before Josh was in a committed relationship, Josh is so like a little brother to me because he is the ages of my nieces and nephews. But also me and Josh, we don't hang out much outside of, because there's no time to hang out outside of work. Like if it wasn't for the tour, I would rarely ever, last year or the year before last, I would rarely ever see Josh. And the one time we went to Josh's house, we went to Josh's house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think.
Yeah, the other person's situation doesn't matter because our situation is the same regardless of who the other person is.
That is correct. That's correct. That's correct. And what about the last one? And then we'll move on to the final topic, complimenting. He said, don't compliment my girl too much.
That's something I've never heard anybody, I've never had it happen other than someone meeting Angel for the very first time, somebody that's new to me, like somebody I work with. They'll tell me, oh, man, your wife is beautiful. Oh, thank you. Yours too. Like, it's just like a casual this, or if it's like a special occasion, like, oh, yeah, your wife look beautiful. Or friends even comment, Angel, you look beautiful. It'll be a post. But just hey, man, you got you a good one. Hey, I said, like, I have seen couples that do that, and they didn't seem to mind it. They actually seem like they encouraged it.
Oh, yeah, no, there are couples that love it.
Love it. Like, dudes come in like, hey, man, your wife over there, hey, right? That's just strange to me. To me, Marcus Anthony Tanksley the first. But yeah, so that's something I've never had to deal with. The type of people that I am drawn to, I would never be in that situation. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't even say I can speak on it because I wouldn't even be in that situation.
Don't compliment my husband.
Please compliment me. Okay.
No.
Bring it. All of it. Hey, sexy, thank you, babe.
People who I don't know personally, like when I think of like our angel wings and stuff, our immediate family, that's fine. We interact with them online, but we don't interact with them in our life. People in my life, you can throw him one or two in a year That's it.
I've never gotten a compliment from anybody.
Yes, you just don't hear.
No, they may say something to Angel, victory. Nobody ever says something. My shoes, the shoes don't count. They may tell, oh, Angel, my Marcus look nice today. I've never heard anybody tell me that I look nice.
They have.
To me?
To your face.
Okay.
They do. It's compliments don't land on you for some reason as maybe because my ears listen.
Mark, that's a nice shirt. Thank you. Oh, you didn't hear her all up in your face? Look at her. I'm going to have to check her next time. She better not compliment you no more.
Heard me say
Crazy
that.
ass.
You ain't never heard
but that's,
me
that's
do
the
it.
energy you be giving, and
but
you know
no,
it.
Marcus, you don't know. You just making up stuff right now. You
Yeah,
don't
I
even
don't
hear
know.
compliments that
I
people
don't.
give you. I'm just saying.
I don't. What kind of crap is that? I don't hear it.
You
I don't
don't.
hear it
I'm
at all.
telling you what. It doesn't register to you is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You have been, when you look really nice, my friends have complimented you to your face. And I hear how they do it, and they do it in a way to make sure it sounds hella respectful. I clock it.
Okay.
They'll be like, okay, Mr. Marcus. Okay. They'll do something
All
like
right,
that.
once a year. I might get that.
I said once or twice a year is all that I'm allotting.
Maybe.
That's all that I am allotting. I know you're fine. I give you those compliments all the goddamn on time. But if somebody
Don't be respectful. Just say it. Talking about we're respectful. Hell with all that.
No, for the people in the comments,
Make me feel like, oh,
people in the comments, I really don't mind. People in the comments, I promise you, I do not mind.
I be getting DMs. It's like, I'm just saying, you look good right there. But tell Miss Angel I said hi. She ain't gonna see this DM. Be nasty.
Yes, I will.
No, I changed my passwords.
Nah, I can get into everything.
Like, you bold enough to DM me, damn it. Just go on and put it out there.
I told one of the funniest DMs I ever received was somebody accidentally trying to send a message to their friend, but they sent it to me.
Oh, yeah.
They were
This is
like,
recent.
this is the couple I'm talking about. Her husband is fine as hell. And I was like, hey, did you mean to send this to me? And she was like, whoop. No, I didn't. But I said what I said. That type of stuff, that doesn't bother me. But I do think,
Yeah, that would go for both ways. It's like, be respectful.
but I do in my own friendship setting, and I don't think any of my friends, because of how Marcus treats my close female friends,
Name is stupid.
because of how my Marcus treats my close female friends, a lot of them see Marcus as a very annoying big brother.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes hard to see past that to begin with, but they also aren't
I'm
blind.
an asshole.
They also aren't blind. People know my husband is an attractive man. But yeah, I'm not, I think because words of affirmation are my love language, you have to you got to be real careful with me on how you give that type of love to him, or it'll rub me the wrong way. I'm not saying you have to ignore the fact if he looks really nice, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But if somebody was like, ooh, your body is coming together, you getting in a good shape, I'll be like, well, that's the end of those compliments for this year for you.
You gotta re-up next year.
Yeah. Save up for next year. Thanks, guys.
But again, you may think different. I don't know of anybody that we are cool with like that would even.
Listen, one person, I let them have it one time, but that was because they had never met you before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people that we are.
No. It was a close friend of mine.
Oh.
They had just never saw you in person. Then they saw you in person. They didn't say it to your face, though. That's the only reason why it didn't matter to me.
It sounds like I ain't gonna say your name.
They were like, damn it, Angel.
No.
Your husband is fine as hell.
No,
I was like,
that ain't the
and it
person.
was-
When I tell you the person I think was, you be like, oh yeah, I can see her doing that too.
But no, what was so funny is that Brisha was there and was like, yuck. No, he's not. I was like, that's right. You're a true friend.
You ain't got a
Brisha.
lot of kick it, bitch.
You a true friend, Brisha. You better call my man ugly to me. Okay.
Brisha just mad her mama want me. Her mama backed that thing up on me
After
at the
you,
reception.
first of all, Marcus about knocked Brisha's mama over, who can barely.
I was holding her up.
I know, because I made sure I said, make sure you hold her up. But no, you turned around on her first.
She was sitting down already.
Yeah, you about to knock her over in the chair. Marcus put his big 6'5" self all up in Brisha's mama's stomach and crotch.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, she ain't moved this fast the entire time she's been here. She got up out of that chair, turned around, bent over.
No, she grabbed my hands. She trapped me. Brisha's mama is this tall.
Yeah. And she was like, I'm about to get this thing on you. Listen, I might be a widow.
No, Brisha
But I
didn't
ain't
see it.
that
I said,
fast.
oh, it's going to be some good stuff for you in that video.
I have the video and I'm going to send it to
No,
her.
I saw the photographer like videoing it, like the professional. I was like, oh, this is great.
She's going
because he was
scream.
right there in perfect shot.
She's going to scream. Miss, I tell you, I know that made her day. She's like, she has not walked barely this entire time, but she was like, oh, this ass still works. This ass still do what it do.
They was over at the house. They were walking out. I said, Breach, look at that thing thinking right now.
Every time I said, why is your butt so big?
She do got big
Mama
old-
Shay, she said, girl, it's genetics. I said, it's a lot of genetics.
They all there. You just got them from your ancestors, your future.
I said, that's so many genetics.
Breach's kids ain't gonna have no butt because they all left in the mama.
Yeah, pretty much. I said, Mama Shay. She said, girl, I know it. I know it. But yeah, she loved it. My mother tried to back it up on Marcus too.
Yes,
she was like,
Hold on, you got the shoulders.
bless her heart, her wig was sliding back. Her door
cocked,
was floor.
her wig
I
cocked,
said, Mama, pull
she
it.
cocked it to the right like a baseball cap. Like, hold on, y'all don't know what's going on.
I said, pull it forward. I was recording. I was like, come, Mom, pull it forward. Because she was doing her white girl. She was like, she did that one too many times. That thing said,
Hold up, because I was sitting there dancing. I was like, you want to dance? She was sitting down. She said, I mean, I guess.
My mother made a request. She said, Marcus has never danced with me at any of the weddings we've been at. And then she was like, wait a minute. Actually, none of my son-in-laws have ever danced with me, but I want him to dance with me. I said, weddings, Marcus will dance.
She said, now make one of these men want me. I said, all right.
When no man in there older than him, except for the
nah, but there was one that would have took. If she, you know, he was on everybody.
let me see what this
If
thing
she had
do.
walked over there, he'd be like, hey, come on, what your name is?
I'm like, that's fine. He don't live far from us. I can pick you up afterwards, Mama. Well, you know who's kind of a hot mess?
Who?
Everyone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally. Perfection is an illusion, and it's time to give it up already. So, this is why Ritual, the amazing vitamin and supplement company, is here to help you understand that you ain't gonna have the perfect diet. There ain't no way you gonna get all the nutrients. It's not gonna happen. There's no way in your diet to get 100% of the nutrients you need all the time. So they made a multivitamin that'll help you focus on what's important, like filling in key nutritional gaps in your diet to support foundational health. So I currently take Ritual Essentials for women 18 plus. It's super simple to do. I take 2 capsules a day. And I personally feel good about what I'm doing for myself, especially in 2023. I am a woman who is no longer a spring chicken. I am a summer chicken, okay? And it's even more important to me now in supporting my diet to make sure I am feeding my body what it needs as it goes into this aging process. I really don't want to feel as though I'm not doing the best to myself, for myself. So Ritual is one of those ways in which I care about myself. It's all about that self-love, baby. Ritual is a clinically backed multivitamin for women 18 plus with high quality and traceable key ingredients in clean bioavailable forms with 9 key nutrients in 2 capsules per day. Your unique beadlet and oil is even patented. I actually really do like the fact that you can see what's in the pill. I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm not eating chalk. You know how other vitamins, you feel like you just eating a tablet of chalk. With Ritual, it feels like, okay, I know what's here, and thank you. I'm about to take it. Instead of striving for perfect health, aim for supporting foundational health. Great news. Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/argue to start Ritual or add Essential for Women 18 plus to your subscription today. All right. Quick.
Y'all see how she was able to talk through that? And while she's talking, find where she need to read and read it.
It is a gift. I'm not going to even lie, but it is difficult. So I'm not going to lie about that either. It's difficult for me is what I'm saying.
Thing is give your personal testimony and then pick back up where you were left off and make it sound natural. Get out of here. Let me just read this.
One of these brands I was low-key real mad at. Y'all know I stumble a lot during the ad reads. I do the best that I can, but I'm going to stumble because reading.
You know somebody stumble more?
Well, baby, we know. We saw.
Get off me. Get your damn dirty hands off me.
And the fact of the matter is, if you give me a copy, which is what it's called, that you get to read, but then you don't want me to read it verbatim.
Yeah.
That's the problem that I'll typically have. Don't give me so much. Give me a couple of key points, and then I can weave my way around it. Or just give me a script and have me read it. So they complained. They were like, there was a lot of stumbles as if this person was just reading it for the first time. It could have been my 30th time reading. I'm going to stumble. Mm-hmm. And then, too, they're like, and we didn't want it read verbatim. We wanted the story more personalized.
The copy says.
then don't give me all of that stuff.
I'm like, give me the call to action and then let me freestyle the rest. That's all I need.
If you think that I'm about to decipher through the whole thing what I should read, shouldn't read, no, not gonna do it. Because the podcast topics are what are the most important because that's why the audience is here. Mm. Your copy is important to us, but just know,
no,
if
copy is important.
If you want me to personalize it, give me just bullet points and give me the things not to say so I don't, mess up your brand. But if you don't want me to like freestyle, then give me all the words. Okay. Anywho.
Yeah, I was saying the Helix thing. I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to say that. I don't think that's actually what they do.
Yeah, I was going to give you some stuff, but I was like, he's already that's why he was grumpy. He didn't want to admit it earlier. That's why
I'm tired too.
Yeah, but the energy, you had a different energy when you first came in. That's when it shifted. He was like, God dang it.
It was last minute.
Because it was last minute of me
we about
feeling.
to start. Oh, yeah, you doing Helix. Where's the copy at? I ain't.
Listen, because it was for me.
No, girl, come on.
I'm trying to. Make me fight you. Okay, so our last or main topic is describe your dream Valentine's Day date.
I don't know. I'll do it 2 different ways because I don't know if I want it to be outside the house or inside the house.
Okay.
If it's inside the house, I would want food catered, chef, so be it, whatever it's going to be. No kids. Kids would be in a different state, okay? They would be with, like, family or something.
Okay.
Because, we ain't got to worry about even the next day, It could be, because especially when you get our age, it ain't got to just be all candles and staring into each other's eyes.
It ain't never been candles.
Ever, because our candles be off in the corner, putting off aroma. Scented candles ain't good to have at the table and eat across from.
I tried to do a candle. You remember when I tried to make you a candle at dinner?
When? In the apartment?
Yep. I tried to do something romantic. He said, could you please blow out these candles? It is too hot in here.
It was burnt. It was hot. Look, wasn't no AC up in there. We had AC, but it wasn't cold like that. Them candles was all over the place. Going to catch my plants on fire.
I don't do nothing romantic for him. No lingerie, no nothing.
Like, you can cut that lie out. You stopped the lingerie a long time ago. You wear the red moo-moos and shit.
Yeah, that was back in the apartment.
Yeah. And why'd you keep all the lingerie?
Because
We still got a chest full of lingerie, and I even said I would love for you to wear this stuff.
I can't fit
Made
none
my
of that stuff
request,
down.
but when you could wear it, it's not me. All right, heifer.
No, I said I didn't think you liked it. You remember?
Yeah, and we kept it because I said I liked it, and we still got it, and you can still wear it at that time.
Finish your thing and I'll answer that.
No, don't even answer. It's over with. So yeah, catered. And then we could, some champagne. Not champagne. I don't like champagne.
I'm
wine.
looking at you like, what?
I mean wine. Wine overs. We just need, an appetizer and a small meal, because after that it's just gonna be all sex. Upstairs, downstairs, garage, backyard, just sex. And the reason I don't need the kids in town is because we're going to need to sleep in the next morning. And I ain't got to worry about getting up going to get nobody.
I'm going to need sex in the morning.
Okay, you're going to get that too. We're going to change the locks. People ain't going to be randomly coming over. I'm like, Victory,
don't even worry about it.
Don't come over this weekend. But if you do come over next week, bring some sanitizer wipes and wipe the handle off before you touch them. All the refrigerator handles everything. Just you don't want to touch nothing.
You so dumb.
If it's outside of the house,
oh yeah.
I would want to go to like nice restaurant. Either if we're getting driven, but if I'm driving, I like it to be in my 1965 Lincoln Continental convertible. If I'm driving, you said dream. All right, shut up. However, we'll probably get it. We'll probably have Vinny take us. And same thing, just a nice restaurant, laid back, chill. We ain't got to overdo it. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to look sexy, but also be comfortable.
That means don't put on no tall
Don't
heels.
put on no tall ass heels. You can't walk that long in. Got to take them all. All right, let's take this picture. Then she take the picture and look back at it and then walk on to the table. No, put on something comfortable that's still sexy. And the same, we just have a meal, have a good time. Most of it is just being around you is romantic enough to me, just in a relaxed environment. Because we at that age, we can just relax. And then we going get back to the house and have a whole bunch of sex. Okay. Upstairs, downstairs, backyard, garage.
You don't want to do it in the backyard, hush.
Nah, that one time, man, because it was like people could see us.
They ain't going to look up here.
How you figure?
They not.
It's so bright back here at night. You got this big row of people.
Ain't nobody looking back here.
She looking at the bushes, so she don't see that I'm making eye contact with people while they watching Law and Order.
Dun, dun. They'll give you another rhythm to go to. Dun, dun. I know who gonna do it. I know who did it. I know who did it.
Victory, all right. She's caused us pain too.
So, for me, the day would start off at the spa, getting couples massages.
Oh, you saying the day, not a date night? Okay.
This is my Valentine's Day date. Starts in the morning.
You said a dream date night.
No, not date night. I think I said.
My bad. All right,
dream Valentine's Day date.
Okay.
So our date starts with going to a really, really nice spa, getting couples massages and couples treatments, relaxing in the spa, drinking champagne, wine, for a couple of hours, then getting dressed in our hotel room. My dream Valentine's Day date does not include our house.
Okay, it changes things.
Oh,
you right. Presidential suite.
So we get dressed. We have room service on the balcony. Chill. There can be sex. Take a nap. Wake up.
There can be. Or we could just watch Law and Order.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Or you can just watch Southside. That's fine.
I was born on the South Side. Oh, it's my favorite thing that we do now. I was raised on the South Side.
That's our show. Man.
Everybody stick together because we say it live. And ain't no side like the South Side. It is the best thing to me. Do you understand?
Hey, if y'all ain't watching Southside, y'all need to get into it.
On the South Side. Anyways, we then go to some intimate concert of some sort. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, but when I say intimate, it could be like a listening party, something that involves like some sort of music we both like. This wouldn't happen, but if it did happen, like if D'Angelo was performing at some like, I don't know, like supper, like they have venues like this here in LA where we can sit, have drinks, watch him perform. We would possibly have dinner before that. Mm-hmm. Something really like cute, romantic.
Yeah, I just like me some live music if it sound good.
Yeah, it's like so live. It could be Eric Benet, it could be Maxwell, it could be D'Angelo. I don't care. Someone who sings baby making music. Something like that. Something that doesn't require us to have to walk very far to get into the venue and have to stand in long crowds and we have seats. That's kind of.
We don't do crowds. I don't do crowds.
I only will do crowds for Beyonce now, and that to me is not a romantic date. That is me on a mission. And then afterwards, going back to hotel, having dessert, sexing, sexity, sex.
Yeah, no, mine definitely wouldn't. We wouldn't be at the house. It'd be hotel, top level.
I would need a little PDA throughout the day.
I know.
Just a little bit. That'll make me happy. That'll make all the other sex moments happen. Give me a little PDA. Show me that you love me in public.
Yeah, no, it'd definitely be at the at a hotel. And possibly even eating at a hotel or getting taken somewhere to eat and then brought back. Or driving in my 1966 Lincoln Continental.
I want to be chauffeured. I don't want to.
You will be chauffeured.
No.
Your wind will be blowing in the hair.
The wind will be blowing the hair. No.
I mean, wind be blowing in the... your hair be blowing in the wind. God dang.
I do not want to ride with you on our Valentine's Day date, the evening side, in your old school car, because then we have to really be careful about where we park.
You wouldn't.
No, I don't want that. I don't want the going in.
I'm going to go park.
Then I don't want that.
Or I go to valet and be like, no, because like classic cars, they don't want to drive. They don't like the responsibility. It's like, oh, just park over there. Bet.
I don't want you to have to leave me to go do that.
Fine.
Because Marcus, when the car is out, when we're driving, he loves it. When we're parking or getting back in and him having to like make sure everything, I don't want none of that part. I don't, not for Valentine's Day. Regular date, I'm cool with that. Valentine's Day, no. That.
Valentines with an M, plural.
I want you to be overly romantic.
All right.
Overly.
Be overly intoxicated now.
That's good for me. I love a good little drunken amorous type of love. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're about to.
Yeah, Alicia Cheek, you said it right. Hotel sex is different.
It's great.
It's real different.
Because it's sassy. Okay, question for Tank, our advice. Hey, oh, yeah. This is the question that we had come in. And this is Tia versus Dorothy. She says, give us some broke Valentine's Day ideas for couples who have been together for 10 plus years. So I guess she was saying inexpensive Valentine's Day. I love a good remake of a song. Marcus hates that I do this. I usually do this on Father's Day. But it's cheap and free. I take a song that either I know he likes or loves. I change the lyrics to fit him. And I record it into my phone, into my laptop, shoot the video with my iPhone, edit it together. Because even if he doesn't want it, he can feel all of the effort that went into that. That wasn't some, oh, I just grabbed lyrics off of this website. I had to take the time to do that. I had to take the time to record it. I had to take the time to film it.
Although there's nothing wrong with doing that if we have an ad for it.
Right. Correct. That is a good free way to show your love.
I think a lot of, especially for Valentine's Day, just being romantic, period, can be cheap and inexpensive. Even the cheapest, even if you can't cook, ordering something cheap or cooking a meal and literally having dim lights and just a one-on-one dinner is always very cheap. I mean, I honestly don't think it takes a lot. Unless y'all doing that all the time, then it could be as simple as, I mean, movies can cost you up to $130.
That's what I feel like, don't it?
Just going to the movies. But just going out, for a walk, unless you're in the city you don't feel comfortable walking in. But I feel like a lot of things that you do to be romantic can be very cheap because most of it comes from the heart.
Yeah. I know for people, almost everybody else in the rest of the United States, it's cold where they're at. So, like, doing things like taking a walk in the park or going to the beach is not necessarily something that you can do, even though that is cheap. But I do think there's something about if there is a beautiful piece of nature where you live, just spending that time in the stillness of nature with the person that you love. Like, the reason why I would want to have lunch on a balcony with Marcus for Valentine's Day is there is like it feels like me, him, God. Like, I feel like there's that connection when there's like a
outside and
there's like a view of what God's creation is. So I know it's not always possible, but even if it's like a place that you all can drive and sit in the car for just a few moments just to like appreciate, we done made it 10 years.
Yeah, don't bring up nothing that's gonna cause an issue.
Right.
Don't try not to argue on the way there. Don't start talking business or church or work, and just leave it open to focus on y'all and happy times and just the cheesy love of it.
And then my last one, which I'm surprised wasn't Marcus's first one. Sex, very purposeful. I'm putting in effort for this to be really good sex. And what do I mean by purposeful? Fresh out the shower, cooch that is nicely scented in however you like to scent yourself, whether it be perfumes or if you like to do more natural because of the carcinogens.
Weed.
With a nice with a nice butter that you like to use, being dressed in a provocative way that shows I am trying to show off for you. And like taking your time in the whole setup and situation of it. That can typically be very free.
Yeah.
And it also shows like, excuse me. Like, we're not just gonna have sex so you can like just go ahead and bust and get that over with. I'm about to take you through an experience.
Yeah.
I think that's appreciated because 10 years in marriage I feel like it's hard to be like a lot of times the sex is we're supposed to be, we should be doing this with each other versus let's set the mood and make it real nasty.
Yeah, or a lot of times we need to hurry up and do this.
Yeah.
To where you can, take your time and do it right.
Yeah.
That can definitely be romantic. And especially, after you get 10 years in where we at, it can get mundane if you don't bring special things to it every now and then.
Yeah.
There's been times Angel like, I got questioned before she got to enjoy it. Where you been doing? Why? Where you get that from, nigga? Just
you act like you ain't never questioned
enjoy
me.
yourself.
Don't act like you ain't never questioned me. Don't.
Have a couple times.
Yeah. So don't make it seem like you the only one. You the only one. Okay. All right, let's go to our comment of the week. Comment of the week is something we reserve for those people who either watch us on Instagram or the YouTube. and comment on the content that we have. If you all didn't know, on Instagram, we have, is this going to cause an argument? This is where you can also submit a taste. I was about to say tasting with the tank. Taking our tanking. Is it tanking our advice?
Yeah. If it ain't, that's what it's gonna be.
That's where you can submit a question there as well. So I will read something that we got on one of our last posts of, is this going to cause an argument on Instagram? It was talking about love languages. Kawa Creation says, love this. My husband is like this. If he is home and I'm at work, especially on them long days, he is making sure I'm good. And lately in our growing and loving positive course, he has been on it, making sure I unwind right. Even my bath water be running and the kids attend to me. That's beautiful. Come on. Your hubby is like, I'm understanding the assignment. So thank you so much, Kawa, for responding to our Instagram post. Again, you all can do that too. We post weekly on there, about 2 posts a week. So please engage with that content. It's usually snippets from one of our previous episodes, so you can check them out over there. I think that's it for today's episode. I hope you all have a great Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, or that you
have a good celebration.
Something of the sort.
And what else is this? President? Is it President's Day?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Barack Obama's Day.
Mm-hmm. And again, a special congratulations to our little sis and her new husband, Nick and Brescia Jones, on their nuptials. Make sure if you follow Brescia, you show her some love in the comments of her wedding post.
I did my best to speed the process of another wedding.
Yes, hopefully we have another wedding to attend in the next year or so. All right, you can follow me at That Chick Angel across all platforms. You can get Mama Likes at shopmamalikes.com. The purses will be on sale, hopefully singularly, by the time this episode comes up. My Patreon, you all will be getting a discount code for the purses, and everybody else will be paying $70 for the purse by itself, only for Black History Month. Marcus?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Marcus on the Gram, Facebook, Marcus on the Book, TikTok at Tank Don't Talk. And you can find my beard and body butter called Man Shit at mansyt.com.
Yes, indeedy. Well, until next time, y'all be blessed, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah, have a good one.